Bipolar Female, Episode 15, The Sting of Stigma. Niece, I still often spend time thinking of the best way to cope with having bipolar disorder. I try to focus on myself and how I feel, but I cannot ignore how others must feel about me. Bipolar disorder is the brand name for mental illness. TV shows and movies now have characters living with the illness, and while this does raise awareness, it doesn't necessarily make people more accepting of people with a mental illness. Back at Harvard, when I was released from my initial stay at the Girl Interrupted Hospital, I had to return to my dorm to pick up my things. It was too late to rejoin for the spring semester, but I still had to move out. To my surprise, when I went back to my dorm, my things were there untouched, but Lisa's things were gone. I wondered if she had to leave early for some reason, and I wanted to reach out to her to see if she was okay, but then I ran into Keith. What happened to Lisa? She moved out before the end of the semester? Keith's eyes opened wide for a bit, and she took a deep breath. When she found out you're bipolar, she left. She said it in a very matter-of-fact way. She didn't want to be here when you came back. Where did she go? She moved to another dorm. I didn't even know you could do that. She must have told them she didn't feel safe. Didn't feel safe? Do you feel unsafe around me? No, but Lisa is different. She's been sheltered and doesn't have any experience being around someone with a mental illness. Is that what she told you? That's the only thing that makes sense. I laughed sarcastically. You think this makes sense? I'll find out the truth. I'll ask her myself. I began to pack up my things very aggressively as I tried to fight back tears. What did Lisa think I would do to her? Why would she leave without saying goodbye? I thought she liked me. I thought we were friends. By the time I had all of my things in my dad's van to head back to Harlem, I decided to move off campus. When I came back to Harvard, I would have my own place. We were only required to live on campus for freshman year, and my freshman year was unofficially over. I still had a semester to go, but I didn't have to live in the yard to complete it. But before the semester officially ended, I wanted to touch base with Lisa. I had to hear from her exactly why she decided to leave so abruptly. I tried to call her, but she never picked up, so I sent her an email and simply asked why she would move out the way she did. I received the biggest surprise of my life when she responded. I could barely get through the long paragraphs filled with bias and misinformation. She essentially told me that I was evil, that everyone with a mental illness is evil. That was the reason the illness manifested in the people it did. It was God's way of pointing out the evil people in the world. We were dangerous and unpredictable, and she couldn't take the risk of being around anyone like me. She said it may not have been my fault I developed the illness, but I couldn't help but do evil things now that I was sick. It was my nature. She told me not to contact her anymore and that she didn't want to have anything to do with me. I went from feelings of shock to sadness to anger. Where did she get off calling me evil? Wasn't it evil to make someone feel like they're a terrible person because they're sick? Wasn't it evil to abandon someone who's supposedly your friend in their time of need? Wasn't it evil to not pick up when someone calls you and then send them an email telling them that they're evil? And who was she to decide who is evil and who is not evil? What gave her that authority? Juan agreed with me. She was the evil one. He said I needed to move on and forget about her. But I never forgot about Lisa or her email. I have to accept the truth that no matter how well I'm doing or how long I'm in remission, there will always be people who judge me harshly because I have a mental illness. It's a lot like being judged harshly simply because you're black or simply because you're female. And this truth is painful. Hatred hurts people. And I find it often comes from the people you least expect. Sometimes it feels like it's the people closest to you who hate you the most. But I let those who shower me with love overshadow them. For every one hateful person, there are at least 9 people who love me. That's what I like to think. 90% may not be 100%, but it's enough to fill my life with happiness. Remember that hate is not the norm. It's love that sustains us. Until next time, this is your Aunt Sia saying, Stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever.
Hey, it's the best kept secret.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, man, many questions you can ask. What I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever.